Hello everyone and welcome to the Food Lounge. Today we have the chef de cuisine of the Rhodes 2010 restaurant from Le Royal Meridian with us. And he is the very handsome Chef Lee Adams. So Chef, how are you today?
Very good, Nicole. Thank you very much.
So Chef, what are you going to cook for us today?
I'm going to cook you some Wagyu fillet steak for you today.
All right. And is it just the Wagyu fillet steak? No, there's a lot more that goes with it. The ingredients for Wagyu fillet steak with mixed grilled vegetables and a béarnaise sauce. Wagyu fillet steaks, new potatoes, clarified butter, egg yolks, white vinegar, yellow capsicum, red capsicum, green capsicum, mushroom, courgette, tarragon leaves, asparagus, salt, and flour.
Okay, so first of all, we're going to take the fillet steak and we're going to almost give it a kind of a marination.
All right.
Okay, so you have the fillet steak, we'll just give it some olive oil.
Is it sea salt as well?
Sea salt, yeah, and some cracked black peppercorns.
Okay, all right.
Okay, then just in the olive oil. Then on here, I've just have a griddle pan, okay?
Okay.
The griddle pan is very, very hot. Okay.
So what else can we do while
Whilst
that's searing?
what we can do, we'll just prepare our vegetables.
Zucchini?
Yeah, just one green zucchini or courgette. Okay, we'll take some green capsicum. So you have a different array of vegetables, different colors, different flavors. So not only does it taste great, but it looks very appealing as well to the eye. Same for tomato.
And the mushroom? So you need a fairly big open cup mushroom for
yes,
this.
Exactly.
You want a meaty mushroom, essentially.
Okay, so.
Okay, so that's one side done.
Yeah, we'll just keep turning it as it goes. Then just one white onion. White onion is a little bit sweeter than yellow onion. So what it does, it gives us that kind of caramelized flavor on the onion as it's cooking. Okay, very simple. Then what this is just going to go into a mixing bowl.
All right.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to actually into the mixing bowl add some olive oil, some salt and pepper. Then that's going to go onto our grill.
That's it. That's all that you really need is.
Going to put some olive oil.
All right.
Again, some salt and some cracked black pepper. Just mix it all around, just making sure that the vegetables are getting covered with the olive oil.
All right, so it's all coated evenly.
Exactly. Then we can put that onto our...
So you're going to grill this now, Chef,
exactly,
right?
yeah. We're just going to...
And I'm going to keep an eye on the beef while you do that.
If you don't mind, please.
I do not mind at all.
So we'll just let that there now, just the grill, get some nice grill marks on
Right.
it. So next is the buttered sea salt new potatoes.
All right.
Okay, I have some pre-boiled new potatoes. Not till they're too soft, you still want them with a little bit of a bite.
So now you're going to cut them lengthwise?
Yeah, just going to cut them lengthwise, just to try and keep them nice and whole.
All right.
Okay, then just one final last turn of the beef.
So you want every side to be perfectly seared.
Exactly. And then we'll just go back to the vegetables.
All right.
What I'll do, I'll just turn them over.
Just for them to get the grill marks, right?
Exactly, yeah. And the beef is actually ready to go into the oven.
So Chef, it's a preheated oven as well?
Yeah, preheated oven. Always a preheated oven.
Okay.
Now we're going to start the new potatoes.
The new potatoes, all right. Just a normal pan.
Yeah.
And some olive oil.
In the pan, just some olive oil. Making sure that the oil is nice and hot before you put the potatoes in. Okay, now just for the vegetables.
So we're going to bring the vegetables off
They're almost done.
Grill, yes. And then you leave them to rest?
They're actually going to go in the oven. They'll go in the oven with the beef.
You want to put it in the same
We
oven
can just put it in the same oven as the beef. Okay, same temperature. Okay. So then they're cooking
So
nicely now.
we're going to forget about that for now,
We can
right?
forget about it completely. Okay, so now when your pan is a little bit hot, you can see the olive oil starts to become very liquidy. Then you know it's ready for your potatoes. Okay, so when you see that on the base of the potato starting to get a nice golden brown, okay, we just turn them over. This is where we're going to start crisping up the skin.
All right.
We can just put it back on the stove and we can forget about them again.
Yes, but it's cooking on the skinny side now.
Exactly. Okay, so now we're going to make the béarnaise sauce.
All right.
Okay, we're going to make it over something called a bain-marie, which is basically a pan with some boiling water.
All right.
And with the bowl sitting on the top. If you please hand me the reduction.
Yes, and what is the reduction?
A reduction is it's basically just some white vinegar, some tarragon, some shallots, some cracked black peppercorns, and it's just been reduced down by about a tenth. Okay, so it's very strong kind of flavor in there.
Do you use fresh tarragon for it as well?
Fresh tarragon, of course.
You need the egg yolks.
Egg yolks.
You have to whisk it continuously?
Exactly. We're going to whisk it, and what this is that we just want to cook the eggs.
So, Chef, what do we need to add next to the...
Okay, well, when you see it start to thicken up, okay, that is when we're going to add the clarified butter.
All right, I shall get
so we
that
actually
for you.
remove it off the heat. And if you wouldn't mind slowly pouring in the clarified butter for me.
Why is this my responsibility?
Okay, so we just add a little bit of hot water.
That's about halfway through.
Yeah, that is fine. Okay, so you have a nice, shiny kind of liquid.
So it's much runnier now.
Okay, so this is your basic hollandaise sauce. little squeeze of lemon juice.
Yeah.
Okay, not so much. Okay, so we're just gonna.
So you're just gonna like chop it roughly.
Exactly. It's just called snipping. We're gonna snip the fresh tarragon leaves
Okay.
into there. Okay.
Anytime you can use a scissor in the kitchen, I'm very happy.
Okay, then just twist the pepper. Okay, so that is the finished béarnaise sauce.
All right.
And if you're in a restaurant and you're in the middle of service and that happens,
Ooh,
it's game over.
they're gonna be fired.
Okay, so now we're gonna check the beef.
Okay.
Okay, so remove the beef from the oven. Okay, this is one of the most important parts actually about when you're cooking the beef. Okay, and it actually needs to rest for about half the time it took to actually cook the beef. Okay, so the lovely vegetables have very nice color.
And then they cook
Okay,
through
they're
now.
cooked.
And also, chef, the resting is really important because it reincorporates all the juices, correct?
Exactly, yes.
I learned well.
Now just for the potatoes. For the finishing of the potatoes, we're going to take some rosemary,
Some fresh rosemary.
fresh rosemary.
And you're just going to use the leaves.
Exactly, just the leaves, just a sprinkling there. A pinch of the sea salt.
Oh, it's really rustic and very pretty.
And then just some butter. Okay? Then we'll just mix them around just till it gets all the rosemary flavour on it. Okay, so now we're ready for the plating.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just finish it with some salt, some cracked black pepper.
Okay.
Okay?
New potato.
Nice couple of new potatoes. Not too many, just maybe 2 or 3 pieces of
The rosemary.
a couple of bits of rosemary. We have our lovely grilled vegetables. And the very last thing, we'll just put the béarnaise sauce.
Which smells fabulous.
Just put it on top of the steak, just rolling off the steak.
Ooh. So viewers, I hope you enjoyed this day with our wonderful Chef Lee, and I hope you try and replicate this wonderful recipe at home.